Everybody has been waiting for Hitman VR to release since the last Hitman game came with VR support. Hitman VR Reloaded is that game, bringing all the requested features that were missing from the first, like dual wielding, into its own VR game. Arizona Sunshine 2 released this year with an extreme update to the original game's core mechanics, while keeping the amazing zombie killing style. And whilst the first game was a staple for the VR industry, the game is severely outdated. Luckily, the remake offers the same smooth gameplay from the newest game and the graphics for the first game, with an offer of a $10 upgrade for anyone who already owns the first. From the well-known Fast Travel games comes a unique action shooter. The VR FPS is made in the style of classic action movies, where you shoot, dodge bullets, and punch raptors in the face. It also runs in slow motion, only speeding up when you move, meaning you can create the most badass movie stunts and feel like one yourself. Grim is another survival shooter from the developers of Ghosts of Tabor, only this time set on Mars. That's right, you can craft, fight, and build on Mars as you survive in the PvPvE environment, either alone or with your friends. Set up your base and defend it, or raid someone else's. Just make sure to watch out for Mars's wildlife. Set in the harsh cold winters of the north, you must loot anything you can to survive the roaming zombies, or even other survivors. This survival shooter offers a PvPvE aspect, meaning you can go alone and fight off any zombies or players you find, or team up and kill anything in your way. Either way, just remember to stay toasty. Escaping Wonderland is, you guessed it, an Alice in Wonderland type game. It offers a third-person diorama perspective similar to Moss, where you help the main character through the environment and puzzles. Now, there aren't many hide-and-seek games in VR, probably because you can just do that in real life, although what you can't do is become a shape-shifting alien who can transform into a mannequin to hide from the gun-wielding Seekers. The alien hiders also have the ability to surprise the Seekers by tagging them, which will freeze them in place. Seekers will have to work together to distinguish between a normal mannequin and an alien hiding in plain sight. Endreams is back, partnering with Nearlight to make their first multiplayer PvP shooter, similar to your typical team versus team shooter, with more style, mayhem, and glitter pig. However, less on the tactical side and more frenzy. Another VR rhythm game, which focuses more on playing actual instruments rather than hitting blocks with lightsabers. In this, you can group up with 3 other friends to play in your dream band, including the guitarist, bassist, drummer, and keyboard player. One of the best VR survival shooters, who have just recently released their second game, is now porting their original to the PSVR 2. This time with better graphics, smoother gameplay, and presumably using the PSVR 2 features, like eye tracking. With Endreams announcing Frenzies, they also had to go and announce Frecked, their VR action shooter with an incredible art style. This single player run and gun game features fast and chaotic gun action. You get to take on the interdimensional army invading the world and save it. Just don't blow up in the process. VR horror has been quite a popular genre with the release of FNAF VR, Saints and Sinners, and more. Silent Slayer plays more into the FNAF VR style with horrifying puzzles mixed with vampiric jump scares. Take on the role of a vampire hunter and destroy an ancient vampire clan while completing tense puzzles. Make one mistake and your heart will regret it. Remember Superhot in VR? Well, Vendetta Forever plays somewhat similar. Instead of time getting faster when you move, you can only move when you kill. Shoot an enemy, take his place, grab his gun, and repeat, with a range of weaponry to use, from the classic silenced pistol to going John Wick style with the pencil. It includes over 60 levels to play, with over 50 weapons to choose from. Flat2 VR are the most well-known VR modders. They've created all sorts of mods for flat screen games over the years, one of the most well-known being Valve games like Half-Life. Today, they have announced a list of games that they will be releasing in VR. The list includes Flatout, Wrath, Aeon of Ruin, RoboQuest, and Trombone Quest. These games will presumably be released as a new individual game instead of a mod.